Some people enjoy being sad. Try and think of one person who enjoys being sad that you would consider to be a success. You see, I want to talk about two things today. Number one is to always maintain your positive mental attitude. It's okay to have days where you feel down, depressed, sad, melancholic, or blue. But try to always remember the good and try to focus on the good instead of the bad, because it's all about what you focus on. The second thing is a healthy diet. You see, my wife and I actually went strict vegan for 2 years. Strict for 2 years. Had 0 animal products, no eggs, no dairy, no cheese. We even cut out processed wheat and flour and processed sugar. And we never felt better in our entire lives. The only reason why we stopped was because we had to travel so much, and it's next to impossible to be a healthy vegan when you don't have your own kitchen and you don't have your own supplies, and it's also very expensive. But we did it for 2 years. And you know, before we did it, I was told everything from
lack of saturated fat and cholesterol, dietary cholesterol and saturated fat leads to hormonal imbalances, leads to your body having a harder time producing sex hormones, and all these different issues with your health where your body almost starts robbing itself to make up for the nutritional deficiencies of your diet.
I also heard that it was going to be the best thing that we could do for our lives.
When people think of how we mitigate climate change, they initially think of, coal-fired power plants and tailpipe emissions. Okay, you're good. There's a missing middle, because greater than the entire transportation sector of the entire world is animal agriculture. So here's a place where we can make a huge personal difference. You, me, everybody out there. We don't have to wait to build wind farms. We don't have to wait to build solar plants. We can just change what we eat. Just eat less meat and dairy, and your carbon footprint drops way down. So I eat 100% plant-based. I'm not asking people to do that, but since I do, my water footprint is about half of, let's say, somebody who eats a standard American diet. My carbon footprint is about a third, and so I feel, not only is it making me healthier, but I feel I'm contributing to a healthier planet, and I've made that decision irrespective of what legislators do. And we can't wait for them. We need to take action ourselves.
But the truth is somewhere in between there. I believe that a vegan lifestyle and diet is one of the more healthy lifestyles for a human being, but I don't think that being strict vegan in today's society is really doable in the long term. And so we did the experiment, And we saw the results, and based on that, we now try to live a very vegan lifestyle. However, as you saw this morning, I had eggs for breakfast. Now, I don't buy cage eggs, and I don't buy factory farmed eggs because I know that every male chick from a factory farm gets sent straight to a meat grinder as soon as it's born and identified as a male. Straight into a meat grinder.
Deemed useless by the company, those birds who did not die were ground up alive in a machine similar to the one seen here at another company's hatchery. Every year, the egg and poultry industries kill millions of baby birds just like these worldwide.
I don't like that. I don't like there to be suffering involved in my eating. We live in a society where food is so abundant, there's no need for another living creature to suffer just because I'm hungry and it's delicious. So we only buy organic, cage-free eggs. And we have them for breakfast. Why? Well, I happen to have a few friends who are very smart, and currently I'm fasting. We fast every night. We do not eat from 5 p.m. in the evening until 9 a.m. the next day. And so that gives us 16 hours of fasting. And what that does is, research has shown that for a man, testosterone production actually stops for up to 3 hours after every time you eat. So anytime you take in any calories, even drinking a Coke or a milk, anything that has calories that gets your digestive system working shuts off testosterone production for up to 3 hours. So if you're constantly eating, guess what that's doing to your testosterone levels? But another way that I had it explained to me is, if you keep eating, your body sometimes doesn't know what to do with it. It's like, imagine the doorbell rings and it's a delivery from Amazon. So you go, answer the door, grab the box, come in, set it down on the table, and then the doorbell rings again. You go to the door, it's another delivery from Amazon. You take the boxes, bring it in, set it down on the table, the doorbell rings again. You go open the door, there's another box, you take it in, suddenly you don't know where to put it, so you just have to stuff it wherever the boxes go because the boxes keep on coming. And that's what Western lifestyle is like. We just keep eating and eating and eating all day, every day. And so another one of my friends, Dirk Bruckner, started up something called Fast World, the Fast World community. And he really opened my eyes to the benefits of fasting. So that's why we fast every day from 5 p.m. until 9 a.m. the next morning. And then we break our fast with high quality fat and protein. And so what you saw today, that's a Saturday. So on the weekend, we allow ourselves to have bread sometimes. That's a treat. So we have bread spread with avocado. But a typical morning, we just have 2 hard-boiled eggs, sliced avocado, sprinkled with hemp seeds, and a bit of avocado oil. And what that gives us is extremely high-quality proteins and fats. Most people don't know this, but hemp seeds actually have more protein than beef and more omega-3 than salmon. And they have omega-3, 6, and 9 in the perfect balance for the human body. So you could survive on just hemp seeds. And in fact, I did that in an experiment over in Colorado. But the key is to do experiments. Treat your life like a science experiment. Experiment with your diet, experiment with when you wake up and go to sleep, experiment with fasting, experiment with everything. But take note of the results and see how it makes you feel. If it makes you feel good, keep doing it. If it doesn't, then don't do it anymore. Don't take my advice. Don't copy my life. Find out what works for you and do that. And then, hopefully, you won't have a Saturday morning where you feel melancholic, you don't want to get out of bed, you've got no energy. Hopefully then you can go after your dreams and achieve your goals.